Fire Goddess here, and today I am back with another video. So, today is just going to be a fun video, just kind of like a mellow style video, nothing too serious. You can learn from it if you want, these are all about my spiritual interpretations and what spiritual elements can mean. So, yeah, this is my own interpretation though. So, and it does have a lot to do with the spiritual universe and energies and elements, what they naturally are. But this is just for me. This is my personal item. So I got these Pegasus cards about a year ago, and I wanted them to be oracle cards and not tarot cards because oracle cards are more interpretive. Tarot cards can be interpretive, but they do more so have meanings. So I more so wanted something that could be left up with more interpretation and connected with the elements. And all these Pegasus were perfect. And when I opened the box, I saw how each one had its own perfect place. And I was like, I don't want these to stay in a box. I want to see them every day. So I decided to turn them into a poster. I'm going to tell you guys what they mean, and yeah, I've actually rearranged this poster 3 times, but this one right here, this combination right now, is the most powerful feeling out of all the ones I've done before. So I'm really happy with this, and I just love it. Okay, if you want to leave, you can leave. Go, leave, go, leave. Okay. So, and it's perfect because it's all about elements and Pegasus, my favorite mythical creature. So, we start, and like I said, I'll be telling you what everyone means to me. They can mean something completely different to you, but this is what they mean to me. So, let's start with this. We have this whole row right here, right? And this whole row, so for me, there's elements, earth, air, fire, and water, but then there's also spirit, and then you have the counter elements, which are light and dark. So each one of these have their own representation of that. So, excuse me. Each one has 2 elements. So this right here, I called the spirit row. But each one has their own element. For example, this is spirit earth. This is spirit air. This is spirit fire. This is spirit water. And this is spirit darkness. Now, on this side, we have lightness. We have light. Actually, I'm going to explain these to you guys. So, just a little bit. The reason, obviously, this is spirit earth. I mean, you've got the emerald. That's an earthly element. This is the spirit air because, it's the violet light air. This is spirit fire because, obviously, the fire Pegasus. The sun in the background. Firelight. Anyway, this is spirit water because water can be all about wisdom, and yeah, so that's why that's spirit water. And this is spirit darkness because it's the spirit, and then it's in the darkness of the cave, and it's complete, Black Pegasus, fully spirit dark. So, now we have these ones. I call these ones the light ones. But once again, each one has an element. This is light earth because of the Pegasus on the mountain, and this is actually my favorite card out of all of them. This is light air because of the sky and the blueness. This is light fire because of kind of the pinkish and the, orange and the reddish, warm tone. This is spirit water because to me, even though that might be something else, it's to my interpretation, that's the moon. And water has to do with the moon because the water, has its own gravity and it affects the waves and it affects, the water, in our bodies, and, the oceans and all the waves and stuff like that. So this is light water. Did I say these right? This is light earth, light air, light fire, light water. And this is light spirit because purple is the main spirit color in my interpretation. And also Polaris is the North Star, and that's where everything pretty much basically begins with the energy of the North Star in this category. Therefore, it all comes from the same, it's all you know, together. So that's why it's spirit, because it has all of the energies. So now we get to the top row. As you've probably noticed, this is Earth right here. But each one, once again, has a counter element. Once again, Earth, Spirit Earth. This is Earth Earth. This is just regular Pegasus of Earth. This is Earth Air because of the mountain and the light. This is Earth Fire because of the flowers and the sunflowers. But the sunflowers represent fire because of the sun, and the flowers represent earth because flowers are an earthly element. This is Earth Water because of the flowers once again, but roses represent emotion and love and all that, and emotion usually is in the water area of the elements, so that, healing, emotion, love, stuff like that. That's why that is Earth Water. So, next we have air, and I did these in a row, like we have north, east, south, west. That's Earth, air, fire, water. So, once again, and of course, light earth. So once again, spirit air. This is just regular air, Pegasus of air. This is air and earth because of air and the clouds. This is air and fire because of the air and the sun. Obviously, the sunlight, not the actual sun, just the sunlight. This is air and water because how a rainbow forms is water molecules and the sun shining off of them. So the light, of course, being the color, and the rainbow, the water particles being in the rainbow. Once again, so that is air, water, air, light. Now we have fire, which is my element. Once again, spirit fire. This is just regular fire, Pegasus of fire. This is fire and earth because it's an eclipse, and an eclipse involves the sun, which is fire, and an earthly element, which is the moon. Moon is made out of whatever it's made out of, some sort of rock. This is fire air because the sun is made out of fire and air. It's basically a giant fire gas ball. This one actually is me. This is what Leos are. Leos are fire and air. So that's the one I am, even though that's my favorite. That's what I am. This is fire water because healing, once again, healing has to do with, emotions and, with the love, like it was up here, healing is more emotional. Healing is also more flowy and is, more in the emotional, because it's emotion, it's in the water area of the elements, of course. So that's fire, water. That's fire, light. Now we get down to water. So once again, spirit water. This is just regular water, Pegasus of the water guardian. This is water earth because of the fountain and the landforms forming it, because you can't have a fountain without some sort of landform there to, help stabilize it. So that's water earth. This is water air because it's Pegasus of the waterfall, and obviously the water, but also waterfalls contain of a lot of air because when they rush down, they create those bubbles and they have little air pockets in their waterfall. So, it makes it all fun and pretty. So water and air. This is water and fire. Obviously, the fire is the lightning part, but the water is all the moisture, and the moon, of course. The moon has to do with, water, once again, affecting gravity and the waves and all that, or has its own gravity, which affects our waves. So this is water, fire. The water part being the, air molecules. And then, of course, light water. And then, down at the bottom, we have darkness. Now, darkness isn't really necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can, depending on how you use it. But for me, it's not a bad thing in this. So once again, spirit darkness. This is darkness earth because it's an earthly substance. It's a crystal, it's a diamond. So that's darkness earth. This is darkness air because, for one, it's Gemini. And I know Geminis have some water in them, but I'll get to that. So this is air because this isn't fire behind them. To me, this is light. It could be fire to you, but to me, this is light behind them. So this is darkness and air. This is darkness and fire because, it's the fire Pegasus fighting the darkness. So this is darkness and fire. This is darkness and water because they are the Geminis, and Geminis have to do with water and healing, and it is in a flowy, emotional, flowy color scheme, you know, around here, but then they're just kind of flowing with each other. Once again, this is a light, and it could be darkness, it could be spirit, you know, that's why it works well, you know, but once again, that's light, and you know, stars can only appear in the dark, so of course that's why it would represent darkness, but it's the spirit. So that's my interpretation of my Pegasus cards, and once again, you guys could probably have a completely different interpretation, but I hope this maybe inspires you to get some cool oracle cards or tarot cards even, you know, if you want, and, you know, make a poster and make your own interpretations, you know, because there could be so many different interpretations, but this one's mine. This is the most powerful one of all of them, and it just fits perfectly. So thank you so much for taking your time out of watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment the video down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Bye.